listening to Crane Durham's Nothing But Truth on AFR Talk.
Welcome back. Crane Durham's Nothing But Truth, proudly on. Say it with me, AFR Talk. But my voice can't go there, Crane. It's all right. Takes years of practice. But you can lock it in right now. And fear not. You do not have to. Did you hear about people listening 12 hours? Why would they do that? Because they can. And they're going to be informed. And they have different styles of hosts that come on and give you the news of the day from a Christian worldview. And then there are opportunities like this. AFA's annual Cove Retreat, October 1st through the 4th. Our guest is none other than the president. No, not President Obama, but the president of the American Family Association, Tim Wildmon. Tim, great to be with you.
Hi, Crane. Good afternoon. Good to be on your program.
Absolutely. Well, you're not only the president of AFA, you're the co-host of Today's Issues, and so a big plate, certainly. And yet, when we think of retreats, we all feel like we have a lot on our plate, and we need to get away, but we want to get away and come back stronger. And it sounds like the annual Cove Retreat in the Great Smoky Mountains in Asheville, North Carolina, is the place to do that. Tim?
Yeah, there are worse places to retreat.
That's awesome.
Than,
yes.
than
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
what we did this last year, Crane.
Yes, sir.
We went to the Cove, which is the retreat centers you mentioned that was created by Dr. Billy Graham and his team there, and I think it's just east of Asheville, but it's in a beautiful setting there in the mountains, and it's a retreat center, and very, serene and peaceful. And we're going to get away with some of our friends and listeners October 1 through the 4th. We wanted to open up the invitation list to the listening family who want to come and meet people like Dan Celia and also Dr. Alex McFarland. You mentioned him. And our very special guest will be Governor Mike Huckabee, who's going to be with us, and he'll be speaking. You'll have a chance to get your picture taken with him and shake his hand and greet Governor Huckabee. So we're pleased to announce that. So, yeah, it's going to be wonderful. It's not that expensive. I don't have the cost here in front of me, but it's really not when you include all the food and everything that you're going to get. So it's October 1 through the 4th, and you can go to the website afr.net. And we got the banner there. You just click on the banner, and all the information is available. If you want to call, and now the number you call will be at the retreat center there at the Cove. You won't be calling us here. They're handling everything, all the registrations and everything there at the Cove. So here's the phone number to call them. I don't know.
800?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's 800-950-2092. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
800-950-2092. And I think Franklin's has phone duty tonight, so you might get him. I think he does have phone duty, so he might answer the phone there.
Well, then you're going to make it rain right there with the phone calls. 800-950-2092. Opportunity to speak with Franklin.
For you,
yes.
For you 20% of Americans who are literalists, don't understand a joke, I was kidding. Franklin Graham will not answer your phone call. So there are people driving down the road right now, Frank going, oh, well, that wasn't very funny. Telling me I'm about to talk to Franklin, and I was about to call, and now I'm not. So
you never know.
Yeah, you got probably 10-20% of people don't get satire or jokes at all. They don't think it's funny, and when you do, they feel like they've been had. So I just want to make that clear, people. Franklin
absolutely.
Probably not. I don't know. He may be there for all I know. I don't know for sure.
Never know. But we do know that you're going to be there, and Governor Huckabee's going to be there, and you got Dan Celia's name wrong. That's okay, though. It's Dan the Man Celia.
Oh, Dan the Man Celia. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And apologetics with Dr. Alex McFarland. But what's interesting about this is we get the political perspective and the leader perspective in the sense that a man could be president. That would be Governor Mike Huckabee, and he's going to be there.
Yeah.
And then we get your perspective as the president of the American Family Association. And if we keep tracing things back, I could literally do this with every economic story that comes out and measures causes why we have poverty in America or why we have out of wedlock birth or a whole host of things. It comes back to the family and the breakdown of the American family. And we look at the American Family Association as well as obviously AFR Talk, and we look at defending the American family. And there has been a number of attacks over the last few years. The attacks have increased. And even when we win the argument, even when we win the debate, we have people in black robes take it back from us. But the American Family Association has stood strong in a place where a lot of people are retreating on the issue of family, marriage, and life. And having your perspective to deal with that day in and day out, I think is certainly not only interesting, but is something that people can learn from to be leaders. Tim?
I agree. What's your next question?
Okay. Well, what do you go through?
Hey, I had a guy. Let me tell you this story.
Yeah.
Okay, real quickly. I'm not trying to get away from your point, but I couldn't add anything
I'll
to
go
it.
Joe Scarborough.
There was a guy, we interviewed a guy one time on the program, Today's Issues, and had him booked for I'm talking 45 minutes, we had set aside for him. And so it was Marvin, Marvin and I a few years ago, and
Absolutely.
we're sitting there, and, we say, okay, Mr. Green, I don't know what his name was. So you say in your book, yada, 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 and yada, 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 yada. But so how strongly do you feel about that? Pretty strongly. That was his answer.
That was it.
Yeah. And we said, okay, so yada, 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 yada. Would that, do you agree with that or not? I agree with that. Okay. Well, good. Well, we've got about 40 minutes left for your interview, and we scheduled. Yeah. And it's always bad to get people you interview and they got yes, no answers to your questions.
Did you have to bring in Phil?
I
Phil?
think we let the brother go after about 10 minutes. Phil who?
Just Phil. Fill in the blank.
Oh, Phil in.
Bottom line.
Phil like Phil Robertson or something. I would like to talk to him. It's a guy from Duck Dynasty.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked to his. We talked to his. Willie, his wife. We talked to her. I forgot my name. My mind goes blank. Huh? Yes. Talked to Corey. She was on our program not too long ago, and we were talking with her. But and did you see where his book's #1 in America? Phil Robertson's book.
I did not see that.
Yes.
But I hear Cy's going to write the follow-up. Uncle Cy.
Well, his book is. I'm serious. His book is called Happy, 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 which is the saying of Phil Robertson. Yes. Uncle Cy. So you watch too?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. My son turned it on and he said, "Come on, Crane, you really got to see this." And I was resisting, and I said, "Okay, we're going to watch 15 minutes."
Right.
And we never stopped.
Then Saturday you watch the marathon probably.
We do what we can.
Yeah.
It's show prep.
Yeah, I understand.
It's all about show prep. Get in touch.
I understand. I remember J.J. Jasper told me, after the election last fall, he said it was the day after the election, and a lot of people didn't vote for President Obama, and they were depressed about the way things went that night. And he came to work the next day and he said, well, the election didn't go like we wanted it to, but guess what? It's Wednesday, and tonight is Duck Dynasty. So it's kind of like, okay, all is well now with the world because Duck Dynasty comes on tonight. So
it is nice. Isn't it nice just to see people actually pray?
Yeah, a good family values,
Yeah.
and they pray and have a thought that they end the program with a thought that about some kind of value that they've learned through all the craziness and silliness of that TV show. But Hollywood don't know what to do with that.
Yeah,
They really don't. They're like, how can this be? Duck Dynasty's beating American Idol. What is? what is going on here. Watching these redneck yahoos from Louisiana who duck hunt. That's the number one. Really? That's the number one show in America? Yeah, it is. On cable. Now, I don't know about all of TV, but it is. It has been, at least, on cable. So what I've done here, Crane, is,
yes, sir,
is exemplify a politician and how they answer a question. You asked me a question 7 minutes ago.
Yes.
Which I maybe answered a little bit, but I bloviated, to borrow from Bill O'Reilly, for a good 6 minutes. And now we're running about out of time. So I've about run out the clock on you.
And we've got to get people to the retreat.
Yeah, the retreat at the Cove in October.
In
the Smoky Mountains in October. You can't beat it.
Absolutely. And if you don't take one of these, you start acting like Crane Durham.
Take one of these retreats, you mean?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
you need to take a break, but you also need to take a break where you're going to
That's right.
get fortified and rejuvenated. And what better way than Governor Mike Huckabee, AFA president. Now, I want to read the script right. Mr. Tim Wildmon.
Yes, I will be there. I will be speaking.
Very good. And a great speech.
To be had by all.
Yeah, well, the fact is you do a great job because you can tell a story and you can relate to it to real life, which is key in life. And
kind of like Duck Dynasty.
Absolutely. Maybe we should do that here, AFA, behind the scenes, AFR.
Yes.
Have our own little thing because I know we could find an Uncle Si.
I can see that full beard on you now, Crane.
That's good. A lot of peach fuzz. Been trying to grow one for 41 years now. Hey, call now.
You know there are pills you can take for that.
What's that?
There are pills you can take for that.
I know.
Alec Baldwin grows one in that commercial in about 10 seconds.
I'm looking to keep hair in other places too. So I mean,
on that Capital One commercial, they have that beard growing contest. Have you seen that?
Absolutely, yes.
I don't like Alec Baldwin's politics, but he is a funny actor.
And that's the thing. He sometimes catches me, and I go, I'm not going to laugh at this
No.
after I've laughed. 800-950-2092. 800-950-2092.
Am I dismissed?
Yes, sir.
Am I dismissed?
You can stay.
Nice. Well, I've got.
Go over Obama's speech. We got a lot of mo.
I'll leave that to you, brother.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Tim, good to be with you. Take care. The Great Smoky Mountains at the Billy Graham Training Center at the Cove in Asheville, North Carolina are very close. 800-950-2092, AFR.net. It's October 1st through the 4th. All-star lineup, Huckabee, Wildman, Celia, McFarland. AFR Talk.